As a fellow gamer and tech enthusiast, I buy a lot of gadgets. Some of them great, some of them not so much. But I found some really fun ones, and I can't wait to share them with you. So this is going to be the first episode in a series called Cool Gaming Tech Under $50. If you see anything you like here, it's all linked for you in the video description. The theme for November is all about gaming on the go. It'll come in handy, especially with the upcoming holiday travel season. Do you remember those old Coleco tabletop games for games like Miss Pac-Man and Galaxian? You know, the ones that use those VFD or vacuum fluorescent displays? And they look like this when you played them? Well, that was 40 years ago, and this is now. Enter My Arcade and their completely modernized tabletop versions of these classic games. You see, Galaga here can play both Galaga and Galaxian in the same mini cabinet. It has the color theme and artwork on the outside of the mini cabinet that's reminiscent of the original Galaga arcade cabinet. On the back of the cabinet, at the top, it has an on-off switch and also volume increase and decrease buttons on both sides of the on-off switch. And at the bottom, a battery door for 4 AA batteries, a USB-C power port, and a brightness control button. And about that display, it's 2.75 inches and features multiple levels of brightness control from the button on the back. It features arcade-authentic Galaxian gameplay and even includes sounds from the game. It's a wonderful nod to its predecessor, brought into the modern era. And oh yeah, by the way, it also plays Galaga out of this Galaga cabinet. And when it comes to the arcade-authentic experience, I think this is where this minigame shines the most. And at just $32 at the time of recording, it's actually even cheaper than when I bought it to make this recording. At that rate, they're probably going to sell out pretty quick, so you might want to get one while they're still in stock. But not to be outdone by its contemporary is this incredible Miss Pac-Man joystick player by My Arcade. Along with the look of Miss Pac-Man, it's got the feel of Miss Pac-Man with an arcade ball-style joystick. Just like the Galaga mini cabinet, the Miss Pac-Man cabinet also features the arcade artwork on the sides of it. And just like the Galaga cabinet, on the back, you've got an on-off switch at the top with 2 buttons for volume control, and at the bottom, a battery door for the 4 AA batteries or USB-C wall power from the USB-C port, and a brightness control button for the 3 levels of brightness for the display. There are 2 different ways to enjoy the Miss Pac-Man joystick player. The original game of Miss Pac-Man with the standard slow-speed Miss Pac-Man character, or you can go for the ultimate winning strategy by playing the fast-speed Miss Pac-Man. My wife's playing the game in the demo here, and believe me, in her mind, there is no Miss Pac-Man game that isn't the fast Miss Pac-Man. This one comes in just under the $50 limit at $49, but both the Miss Pac-Man and Galaga are a blast, and they both make for excellent showpieces in your gaming collection. These are amazing mini-games, and they're a lot of fun. If you're looking for a way to play these games and more on your mobile device and take them with you on the go, this is the way to do it. Enter 8BitDo and their micro Bluetooth gamepad. It's a pocket-sized Bluetooth gamepad that you can pair with, well, just about anything that you can pair a gamepad to. This controller's like the Millennium Falcon. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts. It may be tiny, but it packs a huge punch. It has an excellent feel on the D-pad and the ABXY buttons on the front. It also has shoulder and trigger buttons on the top, along with USB-C for charging. Nice! For this example, I'll pair this controller with my iPhone 15 Pro Max. To do that, you would slide this switch over to S on the left side at the bottom of the controller. Then press and hold the start button on the bottom front of the controller to activate the flashing LED blue indicator. Back on the bottom of the controller near that switch, there's a sync button, and if you press that button and hold it for a couple of seconds, you'll see that the blue LED light is now fast flashing. That means the controller's in pairing mode. Then you can go to your mobile device and look for a listing called Pro Controller. Yeah, I know this is the microcontroller, but it actually came up as Pro Controller in the list of Bluetooth choices. Just tap on it, and your device will automatically pair the microcontroller gamepad with your device. Now you're ready to use the 8BitDo Micro Bluetooth gamepad with any application that you see fit. In this case, I'm using it with the Delta emulator to play one of my favorite games from the Norman J. Lewis Company, Spider-Man vs. Venom Maximum Carnage. And here's where the real value of that micro size comes in. You can just drop your phone and this controller in your pants pocket and take both of them with you on the go once you're done. Now that is some serious mobile gaming. Keeping with the retro gaming theme, this next device is all about taking the smallest gaming gadget I've ever owned with you on the go for some retro gaming fun. Tamagotchis were super popular back in the 90s and early 2000s, but they remain popular today thanks to special editions like this Pac-Man version. With Pac-Man sounds included and a variety of activities to enjoy, there's a lot to unpack in this small Tamagotchi. It's incredible to think that so much fun and technology is packed in such a small device that it can literally fit not in the palm of my hand, but even smaller into the fingers of my hand. Yep, it even plays the original arcade music from the Pac-Man game. Not only do you have a Tamagotchi Pac-Man that you have to feed and take care of, but you also have a variety of mini games to enjoy. And for just $18 US at the time of recording, it's literally a small price to pay for a large amount of fun. If your kids have got to catch 'em all, this next gadget is perfect for them. It's also perfect for adults who are still kids at heart. This Pokemon Pokeball touchscreen smartwatch by 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐋𝐎𝐒𝐿 is way cooler than it has a right to be. I mean, just look at this. This thing's got a camera, a calculator, a timer, a voice recorder, multiple clock faces, a video recorder, alarm clock, wallpapers, and a really nice looking display box for when it's not in use. My wife Angie tested this one out and she did such a great job going through all the features that I'll let her share them with you.
So this is the home screen. You can change the face by pressing on the center and have different options. If you want to get to the menus, just swipe left or right. You have time tools, which is a timer, an alarm, a stopwatch. Just hit the side button to go back to the screen. Swipe left or right to go to the menu. We have the camera. I'll go to the album and show the movie of our puppy. There's Tita. And then there's a calculator. And then here's your settings where you can set your wallpaper and your date and time, your storage, your reset, your brightness, your volume. Now go catch 'em all.
Couldn't have done it better myself. At just $35, your kids are going to love this. And once they're done with it, you can put it back in that collectible display case and put it on display with your other Pokemon collectibles. I bought this for my teenage son a couple of years ago while he was still in high school. He liked it, but it turns out I absolutely fell in love with it. And this thing is called the Galaxy Cube by a company called Winning Fingers. Part game and part STEM learning device, is designed to improve memory, reflexes, and hand-eye coordination. It runs on only 3 AA batteries, and it has 5 different modes, starting with this really cool LED light show. Imagine how cool a Rubik's Cube would have been if it could have done that. But this is no one-trick pony. It also has 4 games included to challenge your mind and your reflexes. Catch Me, a game where you have to chase a single LED light around the cube, and believe me, this game is fast. Chase Me, where you follow a blue dot around the cube and press all of the buttons with the red trail behind the blue dot. Follow Me, where you're shown a predetermined pattern of colors and you have to rotate the cube and match those colors before time runs out. And finally, Remember Me, which is just like the classic game of Simon, only in cube form. I saved the best value for last, as the cube is a whopping 50% off at the time of this recording. It's a super awesome gaming piece at a sweet value that can help you build up your reflexes and help you become a better gamer. I've had so much fun with these gadgets, and I bet that you will too. I have a link for you in the video description so that you can check them out. By the way, if you want to learn how to use that Delta emulator on your own device, I have that video linked right here for you so that you can check that out too.